In a world ruled by chaos, one Orisha offered more than power. He offered knowledge. Orunmila, the witness of destiny. He didn't fight with fire or iron, but with wisdom, the kind that reveals the threads tying action to consequence. Through him, kings learned patience, farmers learned foresight, and people discovered that every choice carries weight. But knowledge alone is never enough. At every crossroads waits Eshu, the trickster, the test, the reminder that destiny must be earned. Because foresight without action is wasted, and every path, no matter how divine, must still be walked. Welcome to Griot by KD, where the stories of our ancestors come alive. If this story sparks your imagination, press the subscribe button, like the video, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss it when we share the next story. I'd also love to hear from you. Drop a comment and tell me where you're watching from, so this video can reach more people. Now, let's dive back in and explore our history, one story at a time. Before the earth found its rhythm, there was silence, endless, weightless, divine. From that silence came Olodumare, source of all life and keeper of Ashe, the sacred force that powers all things. In the heavens, the Orishas gathered, each awaiting their purpose in the grand design. Among them stood one whose light did not flare with thunder or fire, but with thought. Calm and deliberate, his eyes saw what others could not. His name was Orunmila, custodian of wisdom, foresight, and destiny. While Obatala shaped bodies from clay and spread earth upon the waters, Orunmila's role was subtler yet deeper. He would not sculpt the land, he would shape understanding. In the moment before creation, every soul stood before Olodumare to choose its path. Orunmila was there. He witnessed each choice, each promise whispered into eternity. That is why he is called Eleri Ikpin, the witness of destiny. When humanity later forgot these promises, Olodumare sent Orunmila to remind them of what was once known. His descent was not like birth as we understand it. It was a manifestation, a deliberate step from spirit into matter. Through him came the dawn of consciousness. The earth was young, the air thick with ash, and Orunmila walked upon the waters that covered the world. He survived not by food or flame, but by breath, the sacred air of understanding, until the time came to return to heaven, carrying the memory of all that was to be. Olodumare entrusted him with sacred tools. The Opon Ifa, the divination tray upon which destiny is traced. The Ipin, palm kernels that hold the memory of creation. And the Opale, the chain through which the unseen speaks. Through these, humans would one day learn to consult Ifa, the language of divine wisdom. When the first kingdoms rose, in Ife, in Oyo, along the Niger, people turned to Orunmila's priests, the Babalawo. Before planting, before travel, before battle, they would cast the Ikin, read the signs, and listen. Within those patterns lay not prophecy, but perspective, the knowledge to act with awareness. Orunmila was chosen because he alone understood that wisdom is not power, but clarity. That foresight is not control, but guidance. And that the greatest gift to humanity is not to know the future, but to understand how today shapes tomorrow. Through him, the Yoruba world learned the rhythm of destiny, how divine will meets human choice, how consequence flows like a river, and how wisdom sustains the balance between heaven and earth. In a quiet clearing of a fledgling village, sunlight slipped through the leaves, casting dappled patterns on the ground. At the center, a polished wooden tray rested, surrounded by smooth palm kernels. Orunmila leaned forward, hands hovering over the Ikin, his eyes calm, yet alive, seeing threads invisible to everyone else. Around him, a young apprentice watched with wide eyes, eager and hesitant, ready to step into the unseen. Orunmila spoke, his voice steady and deep. Every kernel, every line is a story. Every story carries consequence. Life is a path, not a single step. Learn to read, and you will see the paths before you walk them. He guided the boy in casting the opale and interpreting the odu, the sacred patterns etched in wood and shell. The lessons were clear: patience, humility, and the enduring truth that wisdom is never given. It is earned through observation, reflection, and choice. The boy asked, "Master, how do I know which path is right?" Orunmila smiled, a glimmer of light in his eyes. "The oracle doesn't tell you what to do. It shows you what may be. The choice is yours, and the consequences are yours to bear." Through this teaching, humans learn to see the threads of their own lives woven into the world. A farmer planting at the right time avoids famine. A king choosing diplomacy spares his people. Traders, artisans, and priests discover that every action ripples outward, shaping the land, the people, and the generations to come. And at every step, Orunmila was not alone. At the edges of the village, at the crossroads of every decision, stood Eshu, messenger and trickster. He nudged, challenged, tested, for the oracle's wisdom is only powerful when humans act upon it, and every action must be tested in the fires of consequence. One evening, as dusk painted the sky with streaks of red and gold, Orunmila watched his first disciple practice casting the opale. The kernels scattered, forming a pattern. The boy hesitated. Orunmila reached out, guiding his hands lightly, showing the rhythms, the pauses, the flow. As the boy interpreted the odu, understanding dawned in his eyes. The unseen became visible, possibility became a choice, destiny became action. This is the power of Ifa, not to dictate life, but to illuminate it, not to remove risk, but to teach foresight. In an Alafin's court, generals lean over a carved table, the kingdom teetering on the edge of war. A babalawo casts the palm nuts. Patterns emerge, illuminating choices. Yet Eshu subtly shifts events. A delayed messenger, a missing caravan. The trial transforms wisdom into action, teaching the king discernment and strengthening the realm. Across villages, forests, and rivers, farmers, traders, and hunters face similar unseen tests. A young farmer stands at a forked path in a Yoruba village. Orunmila's guidance whispers through the oracle. Wait for the rains before planting. Temptation calls. The crops could grow faster if he acts now. He ignores the counsel. The sun turns relentless, shoots wither, and the harvest fails. Foresight alone is meaningless. Patience and respect for timing are essential. The ripple of his choice touches the entire village. In a royal court, a young advisor dismisses a babalawo's counsel during tense negotiations. Acting impulsively, he shifts alliances and nearly destabilizes the kingdom. Orunmila's wisdom remains constant, yet humans must face consequences. Insight without responsibility is hollow. Guidance is a tool, not a shield. Even in bustling marketplaces, lessons unfold. A trader misreads the oracle and invests in risky goods. Delays, storms, and spoilage threaten his livelihood. Frustration turns to understanding. Foresight is earned, patience is cultivated, and knowledge without application is empty. These stories travel, shaping communities and reinforcing that wisdom is lived. Orunmila shaped laws, ethics, and social order subtly, without command. Kings became just, traders wise, families cautious yet courageous. Centuries have passed since Orunmila first walked among humans. Forests have become cities, but his wisdom continues to whisper. Orunmila's presence endures, not as myth alone, but as living guidance woven into culture, ritual, and thought. In Yoruba towns, Babalawos still consult the oracle of Ifa. Each casting is more than tradition. It is a bridge across time, connecting ancient insight with modern life. Beyond Yoruba land, his influence flows through the African diaspora. In Brazil, Candomblé devotees honor Orunmila before important ceremonies. In Cuba and Haiti, followers of Santeria and Vodou invoke his wisdom, recognizing the same principles of foresight, responsibility, and cause and effect that Orunmila imparted millennia ago. His presence is felt wherever African spirituality carries its legacy. Orunmila's impact is not only ritualistic, it is philosophical. Observe your decisions. Notice the ripple effects of your actions and embrace the responsibility that comes with knowledge. The journey with Orunmila is not finished. It continues in every choice, every lesson, and every step we take along the paths of life. Wow, what a story. If you loved it, subscribe first to join the Griot family and never miss a story. Then like this video, drop a comment to tell me what you learned and share it so more people can explore these amazing tales. Don't stop here. Click the videos on screen now to dive deeper into our history, culture, and the stories of our ancestors. Let's explore together, one story at a time.